Now, Saturday is often referred to as Football Day in most British households. Our next guest is Julian Reback, a father who sets up Footy with Dad, a group which works to get ill, bereaved and disadvantaged children to football matches. And here with me in the studio are both Julian and his son Jake. Really good to see you both. Thanks for coming in this morning. Julian, if I could firstly start with you. What is Footy with Dad and how did it set up?
Well, when my son was born 12 years ago, he was born, unfortunately, with a weak diaphragm, which meant he had severe respiratory issues. He spent his first 11 months in hospital, and the majority of that time was connected to a ventilator. And someone who, you know, I'd always followed football, loved football, I often dreamt and prayed that one day I would be able to take him to a football match. And despite coming home after 11 months and enduring even more operations after he came home, fortunately, 4 years ago, he was well enough for me to take him to his first match.
What was that like?
It was amazing. He loved it, I loved it, and from then on, you know, the emotional bond of a parent, it doesn't have to be necessarily a dad. Obviously, quite often, a mother becomes the significant figure in the family. And I just thought there couldn't just be me who had that emotional bond. So I set up Footy with Dad, and you know, within the first couple of weeks, blown away by the responses. You know, pictures from dads and mums with their kids all over the world. You know, and it was just really quite amazing. And then towards the end of last year, I managed to get Dean Holdsworth, who has become an ambassador for it. And, you know, with his help, we've had fellow professional ex-footballers, we've had Gary Stevens, Peter Reid, Viv Anderson, Matt Letitia, have really got behind it. And, you know, one of our main aims, apart from having a social media format for dads and mums to take their kids to, is to raise awareness and funds to get underprivileged children to football.
Jake, can you remember that first game? And if you can, what was it like?
It was just a different experience. Obviously, I was like 5 years old and I didn't really know what to expect because it was my first game. I remember Spurs won 3-1 against Stevenage. But yeah, overall, it was just a really good experience for me.
Julian, fundamentally, this is about spending time with each other.
Yeah, it's the emotional bond. It's, you know, it's the travelling to the game, especially away games, and, you know, getting out of the home environment sometimes, and, you know, just the two of us. It's a wonderful, you know, wonderful day.
And it's called Footy with Dads, but, I mean, this is for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah,
grandparents,
mums,
sisters.
It's for everyone. It's, you know, as I said, you know, quite often the mother, for whatever circumstances, becomes the significant figure in the child's life. So it's for any, you know, adult that really takes their, you know, a child to football and has that emotional bond and wants to share the experiences. You know, people send in photos, get involved in chats. We've got competitions, and it's really good fun.
Jake, at the games, who does more of the shouting, or dare I say it, swearing? Your dad?
We probably do equal now. We both have our little moments when we get a bit angry. But yeah, apart from that, we're okay.
What's your message to people who are interested in getting involved in something for Footy with Dad? I mean, how can they get involved?
Get involved. We've got a website, footiewithdad.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And just get involved with the experience. It's so important. And fortunately, Jake had a long road, but there's a lot of children that aren't as fortunate as Jake. And that's why, you know, we've organised so far 4 children who have gone to their first ever matches. And that's what it's all about.
Just very briefly, when are Spurs next playing?
This afternoon.
Fingers crossed. Julian, Jake, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks very much.